on this episode of Side Talk Sports Network. Mile High Mindset. We're gonna go over after the Broncos lost what we need and what's coming next. What else? We're gonna dive into what can the Broncos do to get to the Super Bowl next year, and just kind of see how everything falls in line. That and Russell Wilson's money is off the books, so we got some money to spend. All right, stay tuned. Locker room talk, or no, locker room talk. Sorry, mile high mindset. Let's go.
Let's go. Time to grind, get inside your mind. Yeah, we working overtime. That's the only way to climb. We gon' make it in our prime. Signing on the dotted line, cashing checks left and right. That's the way I'm living life. I feel alive when I got a goal in sight. Chip away, I gotta fight. Ain't nobody else in sight. Man, I think I see the light. Yeah, that shit is so bright. Follow me, I got the guide. See you on the other side, son.
What's going on? Welcome to My High Mindset. I'm your host, Eli, with my co-host, Larry Stroh. Again, like, subscribe to Side Talk Sports Network. That'd be appreciated. Also, check out Spin the Block podcast tomorrow, Super Bowl edition. And let's get to it, man. What's going on, Larry?
Shit, bro, can't call it. You know, in the mix of life.
In the mix of life. You over there look like you know what, dog? You look like Dave Chappelle when he was Tyrone Biggums, the crackhead with the beat.
With the zipper with the hat.
Yeah. With the blue with the hat.
This is my old the hat that the grandma used to knit back in the day. Them all warm Scullies. Call this a Scully.
You need you a good Charlie Scully. But oh man, let's dive in, man. After the Broncos lost the AFC Championship game, all being said, you know, some of the coaching changes has kind of already happened. I want to dive into what you think about well, I guess you want to say I know I was coordinator, but not really. We kind of seen that coming anyway. With Webb becoming the offensive coordinator, what do you think?
I think that move was it was definitely I don't see the reasoning behind it outside of they wanted Webb to be the OC, just because I feel like is Sean Payton going to give up the more of the reins to Webb to call the actual plays? Is he going to take a step back and kind of just be behind the scenes, but let Webb call the offense during the games? Because we know Sean Payton called 96% of the plays this year. And to fire the OC, I feel like that was in a way a scapegoat in a way. I just feel like nobody seen that coming. I feel like they should at least let him step down or let him try to leave a different way other than getting fired, because it was no reason to get fired. If you ask me, if Sean Payton wasn't the head coach and he was the actual offensive coordinator, with the offense that we had out there, and it's surprising that we did win so many games because our offense was bottom in the league as far as production goes. And the skill players we had, I feel like the OC would have been fired just based off of that, but not because we had a bad season, losing record-wise, losing games, just because the performance wasn't where it needed to be. I thought our offense underperformed, and I thought we had we didn't have the top tier playmakers, but we had enough to where the offense should have been better than what it was. And we all know a big part of that was not being able to run the ball once J.K. got hurt.
Yeah, no, I think overall we got to where we got. But it's not the reason why we lost the AFC Championship game. I don't believe that.
No.
Even the running game, even though it was after J.K. was sputtering, you have some good runs and you don't have some good runs. But I don't think that was the case. I honestly think that it was more. You know what I mean? Me personally, I just think, and it's not trying to make an excuse. I just think that Bo was big. He's a better quarterback and a better part of the team than but most people thought. Because I know Broncos fans rally behind Stidham, and I think Stidham just don't give you that it. type of thing. I think that's the reason why we lost the AFC Championship because I wholeheartedly think if Bo was there, that's what it is. And then with the firing, I just think it's one of those things where I don't know if it's a scapegoat for Sean Payton or it might be fresh ideas, man. You know what I mean? Maybe you know Lombardi's been with Payton all these years. I understand that that's his man and all that, but maybe he just needs a fresh idea, fresh ideas. You know what I mean? Maybe that can kind of give us over the hump and get our offense a little bit better. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't think it's just one of those things. Maybe he's pissed off or whatever the interminglings of what that play call was or whatever, because he stated that he hated that play call. But I don't think it's a scapegoat. I just think maybe just young, fresh ideas to kind of help him out. You know what I mean? And I know Sean Payton stated that there's times where like he wants to go back to his old ways, but he knows that he needs to innovate a little bit. Maybe that's just what it is,
Yeah,
or maybe he needs time for a change with that. But the one thing that I see with the offense is we just need to find that bell cow running back and mingle in RJ, and then grab us another receiver, man, that can stretch the field. That that is consistent because Frankie can stretch the field, Mills can stretch the field, but they're not consistent enough for me. But that's just kind of I'm kind of going off on a tangent just now, but that's just kind of how I see it, brother.
yeah. But my whole thing is too. They like I was listening to the radio. Pat not Pat, but fucking Philip Lindsay and old boy on 104.3 the fan, and like they kind of like on RJ Harvey a lot, but I'm just like they were saying like he didn't run the ball hard enough, and after JK got hurt, all this and that, they gave him like a. I'm like he had 12 touchdowns as a rookie, number one. Number two, he had 800 yards rushing, and then this is the thing that gets me though. We didn't draft RJ Harvey with the thought of him being a bell cow. He was a
Correct.
changeup back. He was a compliment to J.K. Dobbins. He wasn't
Right.
supposed to be a bell cow back. So even when J.K. got hurt, me and you knew instantly that we were in trouble because we didn't have
Yeah.
nobody else that was going to tote the rock like that. And that's exactly what happened. We couldn't run the
Right.
ball anymore. Now R.J. Harvey wasn't as he was more deadly after complimenting J.K. coming on the field because now the running back changes up so fast. You know what I mean? Like the style of
Yeah.
runner changes. There was a good 1-2 punch combination. So I applaud Edgar Harvey for what we drafted him for. He did exactly that. He had explosive plays. He had 12 touchdowns his rookie year, and like you said, we just missing like I like J.K. Dobbins, but we should have had J.K. and one of those kids that we talked about, like Henderson or Hamden. We should have had a rookie that had the same type of running style as him. And I just didn't like either because I feel like we had three distinct running backs with McLaughlin and Badgie and Harvey. They all three are the same type of scat back third down running backs. None of them are built to carry the rock like that.
No, you're right, man. I'm with you
Yeah.
100% on that. I just think we need to go out there and get that bell cow. And then I know there's a lot of questions about should we sign J.K. Dobbins back or should we go after like a Brees Hall or somebody in that round. You know what I mean? Like I like J.K. Dobbins, and I know he wants to be here. But would you want a Brees Hall over J.K.?
Oh, easy. If we get somebody like that, like a Brees Hall, or I even heard of Tyler Algier for the Falcons. I mean,
Yeah,
his name floating around. Like most definitely, I say you go for that, bro. Like I like J.K. a lot too, but just his history showing that he's gonna get injured. You know, like it's
yeah,
showing like no matter what happens, he's gonna get injured.
yeah.
Unfortunate for
No,
him, but he's a good running back when he's healthy, for sure.
yeah. That's the only thing that sucks. We just need. I honestly, with the running backs, we need that type of running back at Balcal. You know what I mean? That get averages about 15 to 17 um, carries. Plus, you throw in Harvey with the change of pace. You know what I mean? Can receive the ball in the
Yeah.
backfield. I think that'll be what we really need. Also, I feel like we need another receiver, man. Somebody that's gonna, you know, okay, we got to worry about him as well, not just Sutton and just roll
Oh,
all
we need,
coverage.
and that's what I was saying when we had Marcus on the pod. I was like, I just feel like we didn't. We like you said, he never had a quarterback at the right time when he did have a decent number two, and we never had like a reliable number two that you know is going to get the yards, be there, be reliable, be there every game, and make explosive plays on the field on the other side of Sutton. And like I said, Sutton the number one it's different type of number ones. Sutton is elite possession number one. He's an elite red zone number one.
He's a bigger version of Chris Carter to me.
Yeah, exactly. But from like I said, he's hard to stop once we get to the 20 and end. He's a hard receiver to stop, damn near impossible because of his matchups. So I'm like, imagine if he had a number two who can get, like I said, if we personally got like, I'm just speaking hypothetical, but like somebody like Jalen Waddle came in, like that'd be the perfect compliment to Sutton because now you got somebody who could take the top off, who the defense is planning for, and everything else is going to open up.
Right. No, I'm with you.
Level. Because I don't think the Broncos, I think they drafted enough receivers with Franklin and Bryant these last couple of years to like, okay, if one of these guys, we could get another receiver in to play number two, and then once one of these guys emerges, we could be okay. Either it's going to come down to Franklin or Bryant. One of them is going to have to emerge to be that elite number two, or we're going to have to go get somebody. And just when Pat Bryant wasn't hurt, he was more productive than Troy Franklin to me. Troy Franklin had one game that I was like, okay, Troy, and it was early in the season against Indianapolis. And after that, he kind of just was hit or miss. It wasn't nothing like, oh, I got to tune in to see what Troy Franklin do today. It was like some games he just wouldn't even be there, and that was a big problem for me too. Like he was on the field, but he had just as much catches as me or you, and we're not even playing in the game. And,
yeah,
and another,
I feel like he had a couple big games.
I mean, what other games was a big game? Like that, I just remember the Indianapolis game was like a okay, Troy.
The
Kansas City, maybe
the Green Bay, and then what else? The Green Bay game was a good game for him. There's another one in there. The Chiefs game.
Yeah, but then he had more good games. He had more bad games and more games of just not even getting on the stat sheet than he did good games, bro. And I just don't understand where that comes from. And that's another thing about the Bronco offense that frustrates me is you got all these playmakers, but everybody's not a threat on the field when you got Ingram and Troy Franklin. And like I said, I just feel like they just all fall off to more than they actually perform, bro. Because after that Washington game, Ingram was kind of lost. That was his biggest game.
Yeah, no, I feel you, man. It's just I get what you're saying, man. We do need another playmaker. I feel like we're a playmaker away, even though we're a playmaker and Bo away. Actually, we were just a Bo away this year, but I just think, and one thing that's going to be, we'll see what this team is really made of is, after they come back, we got a number one schedule, not the number one schedule, but we play all the number one teams. That, and we'll just see how the Chiefs gets back and see how the Chargers, you know what I mean? But I'm not too worried about that. I feel like we have a good team. It's going to be a battle. So I don't know. I just feel like
No, go ahead.
Just a couple more playmakers to make it happen, but I think overall it'll be good, man.
All right, is this good enough for you though? So he had, and it wasn't a bad season, but he had 65 receptions, 100 targets, 104 targets, 709 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Appeared in 17 games, and he averaged 41 point yards per game with 10 yards per reception, establishing himself as a key target with the offense. And then what you think about, he was tied for 26 in the league for receiver touchdowns, and his 65 receptions ranked in the top 40 for receivers. So I mean, I'm just saying that's decent, but it just don't seem like it's consistent, bro.
It's not. His catches is not when it don't pop off the screen.
They're not impact catches.
Like it's not. Impact. They're not impact catches. He has some impact catches, but he's not making them. Like when you see Cortland Sutton catch a ball, you're like, oh, first down. We needed that play. We needed that. But it all depends on where Bo wants to throw. And at the time, right now, he trusts Court. You know what I mean?
And he never had a 100-yard game yet in 2 seasons, bro. So maybe, I mean, I just feel like I said, it's crazy. Like if you look at week 1, 44 yards versus the Titans, 89 versus the Colts, and then you got 8, 55, 35, 19, 19, 89, 27, 40, 84, 21, 11, 17. Like that drop off is just that's what gets me. The drop off from game to game, and a lot of it, I blame that Sean Payton or the offensive coordinator they fired, whatever, because I feel like we got the playmakers on the field, but they don't let the ball find them early and often, and they lose them players within the game. That's why I truly feel like it happens. That's why I truly feel like it happens, because there's no excuse for Evan Ingram to be that talented and in that type of offense with Sean Payton and him not having the type of performance that he was supposed to have, along with Troy Franklin and a lot of the other guys. And it really frustrates me too, because I feel like they should use Marvin Mims way more in the passing game than they do. And it's like they just won't do it until they absolutely have to need Marvin Mims because of injuries. And you see what he produces. But he's a true playmaker.
I don't fault Troy Franklin because it is year 2. But I know receivers are a position where that usually jumps off the screen pretty fast. They get accustomed to it. Yes, they do need to use Mims a little bit more, but I still think we need a running back and a playmaking receiver, man.
I'm agree. We're on the same page there, but I'm just saying when they get that playmaker receiver, they gotta make sure they keep him involved in the game plan. So he week to week. So he's having levels of like we're getting consistent production from a number 2. Bro, every week, like you got teams that know what they're gonna get out of their number 2 and for sure they're number 1. So they can run a game plan accordingly, bro. Defense has got a game plan for that. Because we got, we ain't gonna not too many teams got CD and Pickens or Higgins and Checks, but they got some type of decent number 1 and a good number 2. Like, if you go to teams who got like legit passing threats, but the number 2 is the key to the number 2 is that he's a consistent number 2. Like he's so that's just I just feel like our offense will flourish with that. And then he fixed that tight end thing because we thought that we was gonna have a reliable tight end this year. And like we said, I honestly think it's I heard of the rumblings about Evan Ingram wasn't being used correctly and they wasn't on the same page and all this and that, but it just made no sense to me. But even with that, they did what they needed to do.
I don't get it either. I just thought, honestly, I thought Cortland Sutton's going to get a lot of passes, and then you'll have Ingram right after him, and then everybody else will kind of fall in line. But you know what I mean? That is what it is. All right, man. So what do you think? What do you think now? So now with the Russell Wilson money off the books, I think that's what $38 million in spending money. We got most of our core guys re-signed. What do you think? What do you think we necessarily need, either on offense or defense side of the ball? Like, what do you think it's a must-have? What is a must-have for us?
Well, like we just answered it for offense for sure. A solid number 2, or even the deadly slot receiver. If they're not gonna let Marvin run it, like get somebody who's already polished and proven to come in and be a factor at that position. And for sure, I say go ahead and this is just me. Like I'm not sure what they're gonna do, but like part ways with Dobbins and bring in a pair running back, an actual legit number 1 running back who doesn't have an injury, because Dobbins is the number 1 back if he don't have the injuries. To me, I don't want to rely on a person who gets injured week 6 and then we don't see you again until next season. And we still need to run the ball accordingly and make defenses fear our run game. So those are 2 bigger things for me. On defense, I think we just need. I'm not going to pick on Riley Moss too much. I like our safeties, but one thing I think that we need, I think they got to give Greenlaw a year to get back to. Maybe we see more of his old self next year because he just got back into it and he had highlight plays. And he performed. I thought he performed. I'm not sure the expectations they have for him coming off the injury, but I think he was decent. I would give him like just honestly, I didn't see too many game changing plays. I give him like a C plus, just because he's coming back off the injury and stuff. I thought our best
Yeah,
linebacker was Singleton, but yeah,
yeah,
and
no,
I think it wouldn't hurt though to get another explosive D tackle.
yeah, because we're gonna lose John Franklin Myers, man.
Yeah, exactly. I saw that. Yep, yep.
So we're gonna lose him. So we will probably go somewhere inside later rounds. But yeah, my thing is probably just kind of shore up. Singleton's a free agent, so we need to shore him up if we're gonna keep him. He's not gonna cost too much money. Um, and then honestly, what we really need is just a D line. Defense is really good, and the big thing about the defense is Vance Joseph is coming back, man. I feel like that is key for him to come back, and I'm like, for me, it sucks that he didn't get a head coaching job, but I'm glad he didn't. I'm glad he stayed. But I also think that he interviewed, and I feel like he didn't want to take some of those jobs that were out there. You know what I mean? I feel like
Mm-hmm.
he wasn't thirsty for a head coaching job. I feel like after the first go around here, I feel like he wants the right situation for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Him and Davis Webb are going to be candidates after next year. You know what I mean? So I just feel like I'm glad he wasn't. I feel like he wasn't thirsty. Like, oh, I just want a head coaching job. I want to be a head coach so bad. I'll just take the first job that offers me. I feel like it's more. All right, that's not my right situation. That's not the right situation for me. You know what I mean? Because he went through it with us when we didn't have a quarterback and we throwing out Paxton Lynch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like no slander, because Paxton Lynch is actually a cool ass dude, dog. He a good dude, man. But still, you know what I mean?
He wasn't a good quarterback. I slander him.
Man, he's a good dude. He's a good dude. Like
Yeah,
obviously, I
practice.
know him.
Paxton, give us
All
a
right,
sponsorship. Give us
huh?
some money. Give us Paxton Lynch. You're a good dude. Give us a sponsorship so we can take this Broncos show to another level.
I met him a couple of times. Like we intermingle a bunch since our kids play for the same organization. Actually, our kids are the same age. My son just plays up, but good dude. You know, I'm shocked that he's still in Denver. You know what I mean?
Good dude, bad quarterback.
Anyway, but yeah, I just think that's the key to our
Hey,
defense. Is
he was cold at Memphis though. Paxton Lynch was cold at Memphis, boy.
yeah, he was.
That boy
But
was next.
no,
He was cold.
I honestly think that was the biggest thing that we could have done on defense is keep Vance Joseph, man. Which that's all good. But offense, we are on agreements on what we need, and that's just kind of how it is. But I want you to get your. So we lost a defensive coach, Jim Leonard, defensive back coach, to Buffalo Bills. He's now the Buffalo Bills defensive coordinator. I
I
feel
like
like
that. I like that. I love old Jim.
yeah, Jim Leonard is pretty good because he was at Wisconsin, right?
Yep, and
Before
then
there,
the Jets.
the
Yep.
Jets. Yep.
When
Hey,
he was,
he was the
I'm
safety
saying,
for the Jets, wasn't he?
he played for the Jets. Yep, and he played for us.
Yeah, he did. He sure
Remember,
did.
hey, you know what I couldn't? Let me tell you, bro. And Jim Leonard, congratulations on all your success. But you pissed me off in that game. Rest in peace to Jacoby Jones, where you and Raheem Moore, or you fell down and shit when Jacoby Jones caught that long ass pass.
I was there. I was at that
Remember,
game, man. I
remember that?
remember.
Remember Jimmy
Yeah,
Leonard, bro? Like, what the fuck are we doing?
yeah.
Oh,
I
that was
forgot that I
wild.
didn't ask him about that shit though.
But Jim Leonard was he was a hell of a player with the Jets when they had that defense with Reeves and Cromartie and the
Yeah,
big boy Calvin Pace and Bart Scott. Like he was definitely a cornerstone of that defense, and he was always a good player. And he had our secondary raised since he's been here. So hats off to him, and I hope he have good success in Buffalo.
yeah, me too. Just not when they play
Yeah,
us, but
exactly.
because I feel like we're going to see Buffalo again. So that's just kind of how I feel like that's going to happen. But um, yeah. So I think that's the only well, other than the firings that Sean Payton did, he did the receivers coach. Um, but see, okay, so this is why I feel I'm understanding why you said Sean is firing people to be an scapegoat, and
Yeah.
because I feel like he fired the offensive coordinator and the receivers coach because we had 42 drop passes this year, which is kind of
Mhm.
crazy. But you can't coach. Can you coach catching?
You can. The receiver coach can, and he can. He can get in their ass too in the meetings and shit, bro. We had the most drops, I believe, right?
Second most.
Second
Jacksonville
most
then
drops.
us.
Yeah.
It was, but like that, I don't know how you drop a pass. Like I don't know, man. Maybe
Concentration, bro. Concentration.
like
Concentration. Yeah.
me personally. Okay, granted, I haven't caught a pass in a real life game since high school. College, I was nowhere near a pass. But like even just catching it, to me, it's more of a like I even tell my son, it's more of a feel. You know what I mean? Like there's times where I know, okay, the ball's cut. You can see the ball thrown to you, but you don't necessarily have to. Look, you know how they always tell you look the ball in, but
Yeah.
there's times where I've caught the ball, like just
Oh,
catching it,
bro.
and I can see where the ball's coming, but I just throw my hands up and I know where it's going to be. You get what I'm
Bro.
saying?
Yeah. You know why he fired
It's
him?
like I can feel
So
the catch.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't
It's
know.
all.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's
You
just me.
gotta catch with your hands. You know why he fired him though? The
What?
Broncos led the NFL with 43 drop passes during the 2025 regular season. While the Broncos had the highest total value of drops, the Packers were notable for having the league's highest drop rate at 6.2. But overall drops, the Broncos got 43, bro. And
Oh
then
no, I understand.
there's the Chiefs at 30. And honestly, with our offense, with the lack of explosiveness on our offense, you can afford those drop passes. But I'm with you on like, and you can only preach it so much. It's concentration and come down to them guys getting their hands out in front of them and being
Right,
professionals and catching the goddamn ball. That's what it comes down to, bro.
right. No,
For
you're right,
sure.
man. But I don't know. So I think those are the two coaches that are gone.
And guess
Well,
who had
three
the most
coaches.
drops?
Three. Jacksonville, no?
No, guess who had the most drops on the team? All of a sudden with 8, Troy Franklin with 8, RJ Harvey with 7, Evan Ingram with 8. This is dropping the rock, bro. And you know what's crazy about RJ Harvey? Like, he got all them little easy routes and shit, just little dump offs and shit. You dropping that off his
Well,
concentration.
he dropped a big pass in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So
yeah.
I mean, but they'll I
See,
think they'll work on it and they'll get
yeah.
better. But
Whoever they
that's
hired, they haven't. I don't think they hired anybody other than Davis Webb right now for
yeah,
those spots.
yeah. Everything else is
So,
in the waiting. Yeah.
but yeah, man. I just think overall, man, the season was like I said, the season was great. It could have been better if we won that game, but it just sucks that Bo got injured when he got injured, man. And that's the one that right there is the one that sucks the most. Um, because I guarantee me personally, I believe that if Bo was playing, we win that game. I
Yeah.
feel
Oh
like
yeah. Easy,
we
bro.
would have been up.
Easy.
I feel like we would have been up maybe 14-0 before the snow hit, but that's just me. But
Even we should have been up 10-0. That's why everybody in Bronco
but see,
country.
I don't get mad about that because I feel like he called that
But
play. But I feel like if Bo was there, it'd have been a totally different play. He'd have called
bro,
that a little bit different.
yeah, I'm with you, but bro, everybody that knows football and covers the Broncos, Woody Page, the Gorilla Sports guys, Jake Plummer, everybody, like, bro, they're going up 10-0, bro, in that position with the way our defense was playing. With our backup quarterback was big. It was significantly a big thing to do in that game, bro. I'm not me
But
personally.
we had opportunities. We had
I
two
get
opportunities.
I get that, bro, but I'm telling you, like going up 10-0 right there with the way the defense was playing on our own side of the field on 3rd and 9, we're probably not in shotgun, letting Stidham try and throw for a first down. We probably just hand the ball or do something simple and put the ball back with a 10-0 lead, bro. And start that field position game early in the second quarter, bro, being up 10-0. The Broncos defense only gave up one first down up to that point, bro.
I
I'm
feel
not
you.
mad. I'm not mad if Bo Nix is in the game and he goes for that. We don't get it. I'm not mad. I get it because I feel like with Bo in there, we would have made up for that. We would have made up for
Yeah,
that. But
yeah.
just without him in there, bro, just me personally, like I said, I'm old school
Play more
football, bro.
conservative.
I'm taking
Play
my
more
points
conservative.
and I'm taking
Yeah,
my points and I'm daring you to drive the field 70 to 75 yards on my defense. The Patriots had no effing answers for what Van Joseph was calling on defense. Josh McDaniels and Drake May was completely lost, bro. They
yeah,
were. They were
yeah.
lost
They
all the
were.
way until the second half. I mean, we gave them 7 points and was tied. And then in the second half, they had one good drive after halftime when they held the ball for that 7-minute drive. And that's what won the game essentially. But they had one good drive, bro.
No, you're right. You're right. Like I feel like it would be different, but no, should he kick the field goal and play conservative with the backup quarterback? Yeah, I think it's one of those things where I feel like Sean Payton's arrogance at times gets in the way of his play calling at times. But
Yeah, and that just
if you
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 know
you live and die by it, man. You know what I mean? I think he's a great coach. So you live and die by it, bro.
he is, but I
But
was just confused because he's from the Bill Parcells coaching tree, and Bill in the AFC
probably
Championship
would have
game,
kicked it.
Parcells is kicking and playing to his defense, bro.
Well, we should like he should have known what our defense was playing. We should have kicked. We should have. But
Yeah,
then again, like I look at the game, and if you see the game, okay, we didn't get it. We stopped them. They punted, but then we went 3 and out. What, two more times before halftime?
yeah, you're right.
Like
They had other opportunities, but
they
that's
had,
why.
like everyone's like, oh, you should have kicked the points where you had points. I was like, we had plenty of chances to get things right, like before the snow even came, but we have our backup quarterback in. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but it is what it is, man. All
Yeah, it
right,
is what
man.
it is now.
It is, yeah. All right, man. So we talked about all that. So what did you watch the Pro Bowl?
Of course not. I told y'all I never put that on my TV.
Oh, okay. Well, your boy Garrett Bowles caught a touchdown from Shador.
I saw his highlights. Yeah, I saw Gary Bowles' highlights, but I didn't put it on my
Okay.
TV. He was out
So
there trying to run routes. But I like Garrett's feet. He got good feet.
yeah, he do. He didn't win yesterday, but we'll talk more about the honors and all that stuff on Spin the Block on
On
Sunday.
Sunday, yep,
But
yep.
yeah, man. Just overall, I think I wanted to get your opinion. I want to dive in more into the draft, man. What do you think? What is it? The 30th pick.
Yeah.
So we got the 30th pick. 30th pick. Would you want to say this? Give up that number one for Pickens and then pay Pickens. Would you want that to happen?
No question without a doubt. Why not? Fast, in a hurry. Hurry up.
Okay.
Because
Because we all
Pickens is
know
like,
that Jerry Jones is going to tag his ass. Let's just be
yeah.
real. He's going to tag
Oh
him.
yeah,
And
but you know he is. But the thing I like about Pickens is that he's the same size as Sutton. He's a big body, but he got explosiveness out this world. He could take a smoke screen 60 yards, could go over the top for 70 yards. He is so cold with it. So that would just tickle me. Boy, I wouldn't have no worries next year.
yeah, no, I was thinking that the other day. I'm like,
That'd be
that's not a
crazy.
bad idea. Get Pickens, trade that number one. That's the number one pick. Pickens, this is what he's going to go into his fourth year now?
Yeah.
Fourth year? Or fifth year?
Only third. I think third. I think I had to look. I want to say it's his fourth though, maybe fourth.
So I think you take that pick. If you have the opportunity to get that playmaker, you could. But do you think his shenanigans outweigh what he'll bring on the field, or do you think that this team is strong enough to control who he is?
I think he showed that character that it could come out here and there, but I felt like he did way better in Dallas than he did in Pittsburgh. He showed that he cleaned it up and he could truly be a professional. Because they actually,
Also,
yeah,
also he is him and Bo Nix have some ties. Like they knew each other back in the day
yeah.
from a couple All-Star games, I think they played on the same 7-on-7 teams and stuff like that. I honestly think that if Dallas don't pay him, he'll go to the Broncos if Bo kind of
It's his fourth year.
forfeit.
Yep, yep.
Okay. So this is his fourth year, and he's going to his fifth year.
This is his fifth year coming up. Yep.
Yeah, so see right there, you give up that 30th pick. Honestly, he's going to be a better receiver that you'll get anywhere in the draft. First off, second of all, he's still what 25, 6.
But you know he becomes the de facto number one.
Oh, well, that's fine with me.
Yeah. And then Sutton would be a hell of a number 2 threat, though, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. And then you still got Mims, you still got Franklin, and you still got Pat Bryant, which showed a lot of flashes, man. Pat Bryant got, hey, man, if he can take another jump and stay injury free, he's going to be a decent receiver.
He'll be good.
See, because I don't think they're gonna. If they get Pickens, they're not going to re-up on Mims, man.
Oh no, we wouldn't need to.
Yeah, but you're also going to lose that punt return
and let Troy go too.
So that's kind of what I see. If I was the Broncos with the money that we have, I said we go get Pickens, trade that number 1 pick straight up. Hey, Pickens for the number 1. You know what I mean?
But what spot are we drafting number 1 though?
Huh?
30th? What draft pick do we got? The 30th draft? The 30th draft pick?
30th pick, man.
Yeah, we have the 30th pick. Yeah. I mean, what's Jerry Jones ain't gonna do business like that. You know he's gonna do some wild shit, man.
Well, we'll give him a first and a 6th. Some dumb shit like that. He's worth both those picks, man. Him right there is worth that.
If Jerry's smart,
Jerry's gonna pay him. It all depends on because you know Jerry's gonna tag him, man. Let's just be real, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. I think if the Broncos, well, I don't know if they think he's a headache or not, but he's a typical Sean Payton receiver, a big physical, fast receiver.
I think he was only a headache in Pittsburgh because of what was going on with him, bro. Because he showed to be a outside of him and CeeDee Lamb coming out, getting suspended for coming out late or breaking the curfew. He was actually a good dude on the field this year. He was very professional. He wasn't no crazy shit going on. He wasn't socking people up. He wasn't doing none of that that he's known for doing.
I also think that this team that we have on the Broncos, they ain't gonna allow that to happen with the guys that are on this team.
But I'm saying I'm not even worried about that.
CeeDee Lamb and this, but like you got the leaders on the team, like a Bo, a Pat. You know what I mean? Those two right there are gonna make sure you get your shit together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he's gonna be all right. Like I said, he showed that he's all right outside Pittsburgh. You know?
Yeah, and I'm not too worried about it. If you break your curfew, if you're a couple minutes late, well, he was like a whole day late. But hey, I'm in the area of. All right, you late. I get it. You broke curfew, but you still balled the next day. I ain't mad at you, dog. Just make sure you're safe. You know what I mean? hey, just make sure you're safe and make sure you can play your ass off. Other than that, don't care what you do. Yeah. Just show up to play every game. That's all I care about.
To me, Pickens kind of give me like Terrell Owens vibes. Just because he's that size, it's not a route or it's not nowhere he can't go on the field and catch the ball and score. Terrell Owens was all world from any position, any route, anything anytime he touched the ball, he could hit his head on the goalpost, bro. And at a receiver and George Pickens, I ain't gonna put that pressure on him, but he just give me them type of vibes at that size weight. Because he don't have no weakness, bro. And a route he can't run, and from anywhere on the field, he can hit his head on the goalpost.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. Like that's the Steelers got to steal when they picked him, man, on some real. But because he was what fourth rounder.
Yep.
Something crazy like that.
Yep.
Yeah. So that I don't know. Steelers can find some receivers. I can tell you that much.
Yeah,
But
so maybe
overall, man, I think we'll be all good, man. So, um, what I want to dive into now.
what you think
Before you,
about what do you think? What you feel about the Sean Payton, Bo Nix back and forth about the
oh yeah,
injury track, man?
I was about to say that. I honestly, I don't know because I'm conflicted because sometimes I feel like he said that because the money's coming up soon for Bo because his third year he has what the fourth year to get the option, whatever it may be, or he just said it because he said that he was joking at the press conference when he announced that he's had injury. Maybe that's what it is. Sean is like again old school. Bill Parcells. Bill Parcells would have said the same thing. Bo's just not taking his shit, which I'm okay with. You know what I mean? Do I
Yeah,
think they're gonna have beef? No. I just think they're fine. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, the Broncos found their franchise quarterback. Any coach is expendable at this point. You know what I mean? Bo proved
yeah.
that any coach is expendable. You know what I mean? So like you either get down or lay down. What did they say back in the day? You either get down or lay down.
You darling,
So
yep.
I think they'd be all right. I'm not too big on it. I'm not tripping on it. I think everything will be cleared up. And I know when Peyton, Sean Payton comes up again, they're gonna ask him the questions and he's gonna say, oh man, that's just, you know what I mean? Whatever bullshit excuse they have. I think they'd be all right. It's not the first time Bo done cuss Sean Payton out, and it ain't gonna be the last time. You know what I mean? That's just kind of what their relationship is, I guess. It
But
feels like.
I feel like with Sean Payton doing that, man, like that's something you should never do. Air out how many times the quarterback broke his ankle in the past, off of an injury that's happening now. And you gotta be very careful when you go and you do stuff like that because they're supposed to be thick as thieves, bro. And being quarterback to head coach,
I
and I
feel
just feel like with that, Bo lost a lot of trust in Sean Payton. He probably lost a little respect in him too, bro. Because for Bo Nix to go and call his own press conference to give his rebuttal on what Sean Payton was talking about, speaking on his injury, bro, was like that. It's almost like an unspoken code, bro. Where like you just don't do that, bro. That's like us having a conversation, and I know I only told you certain stuff, and you told me certain stuff, and then somebody coming up to you saying, asking a question, just they can ask a question about what we talked about, and you know the only person you ever talked about that subject was with me. So now you know that you cannot trust me and you can't give me no valuable information because I'm gonna run up
right.
and give somebody else what I think about it. And now you're gonna just tell the whole media that and the whole world that after I just broke my ankle in the game to go to the AFC Championship game, and you know how devastated I was already. And now you put more stuff
Feel
out
like
there
shit.
about it.
Yeah,
Like we're like to me, Sean Payton was like a little like I'm just gonna say it. Sean Payton was like a little hoe, bro. Like that's bro. You just know for real, bro. It's like we lost that game, and like me and you even had talked like, bro, why are they acting like we just had the worst season ever, and all this scrambling's going around, like
right.
like like we wasn't a good team, and all this back and forth going around, and all this shit's coming out now, and then like the Bo and Sean Payton thing, like I think that they'll handle it both as professionals, but I feel like for real though, that it ain't gonna be an Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes like quarterback, head coach or Sean McVay, Matt Stafford. I feel like Sean Payton messed that up, bro. I truly
Uh,
do, and I feel like Sean Payton, and also he gets along better with Webb than he does Sean Payton, and I feel like maybe that's a big reason why he let Webb become the OC, so he could deal, so him and Bo could deal with each other more than what he would have to, just because what he just created, bro. It's gonna be they're gonna have a different relationship. I'm for sure.
yeah, you might be right about that.
Because the
But
surgeon,
at the end of the
because the
day,
surgeon told Sean
we're not,
Payton, my bad. The surgeon gave Sean Payton the information. The surgeon let Sean Payton know some things about Bo's ankle, bro. And then he took what the surgeon told him and told the media. So I'm saying that's crazy.
that's probably so. I don't think anything is it's crazy. Ankles are not knees. Like I tell people all the time. Like people was like, "Oh man, how long is he out?" Ankles are not knees, man, and
Yeah.
like it's not. They're totally different things. Totally trust me, they're totally different injuries, man. An ankle, you put some screws in it, let it sit. Don't walk on it for a couple of weeks. You good. You can always tape
Yeah.
up your ankles, do all that shit. Knees, boy, trust me, from a man that blew out a knee. It is not no joke, dog. You know what I mean? But that's beside the point. I just feel like as men, I don't feel like they're going to have too much of a beef in the fact is men are men. Men are going to be men. You know what I mean? You might have said something, or somebody might have said something like, for instance, your homeboy, one of your homeboys can be like, oh shit, and say some shit and just kind of overshare. You be like, dog, why you say some shit and be pissed off? But y'all gonna be cool still. You know what I mean? Just like, yo, you just gonna check him. And that's what I feel like Bo did. He just checked him like, yo, I called this because he needs not to speak about something that blah blah blah, whatever it may be. I think if you check him, all right, cool. You know what it is, but it is a wrong time to do that. Like 100%. Like, why would you even say that? Just say Bo, he broke his ankle, blah blah blah. We're gonna rally behind Stidham. You don't have to say, well, I would have did this, or he has this in there and he had this from high school or college. We don't need to say, we don't need to share that information. But I also feel like there's a reason why he said those things. He's from the Parcells coaching tree. He said those things for a reason. You know what I mean? That's just kind of me
Yeah.
personally. But I feel what you're saying about the relationship might be iffy, but only time will tell, man. And I think they probably hashed it out and called it out. You know what I mean? I honestly think that Bo said something before he even called the press conference. To be real with you,
No, I
you know what
don't,
I mean?
bro. I don't.
I, I
I
think
just
I
feel
think he
like,
said something, and if he did it, then I understand. Either way, Bo was right to call that himself.
yeah,
Um, Granted, he was supposed to have a conference anyway, the same time everybody else did. But we'll see what happens, man. So honestly, what I think about it is a little messy. It felt like Sean Payton was being a
I
yep, there you go, a little hoe about it. But it is what it
hope.
is.
Yeah,
Like
I feel like he threw his I feel like he just threw his temper tantrum because the way he coached that game, and I feel like that game really bothered Sean Payton. So a lot of this shit that's been going on, I feel like he threw like a adult temper tantrum, bro, which is a lot of shit that's been happening around Bronco country.
I can see that happening, but it's
Starting with
not.
him, bro.
Uh, First of all, it's his fault for calling that bullshit ass 4th and 1 play. All you had to do was quarterback sneaky, and I think he'd have been fine. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like, let's just be real. Um, but other than that, I feel like I can see that just because he felt and he knows that he had the better team.
Yeah. Yep.
And it is because of some of the dumb decisions that he made, like 4th and 1 and not kicking the field goal. The dumb play call and not kicking the field goal. If you're going to play a play call, just do the right one and not kicking that field goal. He's probably sick. You know what I mean? And the fact is, Denver was a better team. That's the reason why they lost. Let's just be real, dog.
No, for
They
sure.
lost. We lost to a team that's not as good as us. And all year, everyone said the Patriots. But when we seen them, they're not as good as what you think. That's why when we get on Spin the Block, I'll tell you what I think about what's going to happen in the Super Bowl, man. But I just think that overall we'll be all right. You know what I mean? Like I said, Bo proved himself. He's a franchise quarterback, and like I said, either get down or lay down, Sean, because at the end of the day, our owners will eat that money. You know what I mean? If
Yeah,
Bo's
no, for sure.
unhappy, like come on now, they're worth 177 $1 billion. You don't think they eat that little 20 million a year you got?
Yep, that's swallow that
That's
hoe.
pocket change to a billionaire, especially that type of billionaire. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Why you think they let Russell? They can
Yep.
eat that money, put that shit in escrow, and let it grow. You know what I mean? So that's something that's one thing that I'm glad they bought the damn team because boy, but all right, now I want to dive into what your boy I was gonna say Gary Payton, George Payton said. Do you honestly think that they're going to be aggressive offseason with the draft and with um free agency? Do you think the Broncos will be more aggressive with that? That and um wait, yeah, that also we get I think two extra picks. What's they called? What's the picks called when they get them for free agencies?
What you talking about, like draft picks?
Yeah, they get 2 extra draft picks. I think because of Williams and somebody else.
I'm not sure what they call them. What they call them.
Whatever they draft picks, I think we'll get from. I forgot what they are, but I think we get 2 extra draft picks too. To I don't know what they call it. So I guess we'll see what's up. But do you think that we're going to be aggressive, or is it going to be like we've been the last couple of years? But I
I
feel
think.
like why we've been more conservative through. Well, I feel like last year we weren't too conservative,
Oh, you
but
said we got the extra fourth rounder from the Jets and the additional fourth round pick from the Saints, which was received in exchange for the Vele.
okay, there you go. And then we get
Yeah,
one from the Cowboys, right?
yeah,
We
yeah.
not
We
get
got
one.
one.
We get one from Williams, correct?
Yeah, but we got one from Dallas for Javante Williams. Yep, yep.
Devontae, yeah, yeah. So two
And Pleasant
extra
Riley
corners
Dix.
there.
Yeah, yep, yeah.
Yep. So, so that's going to be good. So, do you think they're going to be aggressive this offseason? Do you
I
think
feel like
because the money is gone, or do you
yep.
think they have to be?
Nope. This is what I feel like. I feel like Denver. We made what we did do. We made our team a hot zone. We made Colorado a hot zone to come play football, come play winning football. So a lot of free agents that could come in and plug and play, and it's gonna be good players already because they see themselves coming in, making an immediate impact. That want to come here, a la Super Bowl 15 Super Bowl team, the team that we built in the offseason.
Yeah.
I feel like that's about to happen, bro. The Broncos are a hot commodity for free agents to come, and the fact that we got the money and players are going to be leaving their teams who aren't as good as the Broncos right now, saying how I could fit in right there, and we could just keep this thing going. I feel like we're gonna get those type of free agents this year. The ones who are good enough to make a decision like, hey, I'm going to Denver, and Denver like, come on. It ain't the ones that they got to think twice about, or you know what I mean? Like, hey,
Yeah.
they're gonna call the agent like I'm trying to go to Denver. Denver gonna call, hey, come on. They're gonna sign before they leave, bro. Just like that offseason we got Ware and all to leave, all the boys start what's his name? TJ Ward, Darren Stewart came, like all
Yeah.
of them, it's gonna be like that. Wes Welker came. It's gonna be like that, bro.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Yeah, I think, but we don't need too many pieces. But some of the pieces that we definitely need is that maybe another D line and a receiver, man. We need
But
more on the offense than we do defense.
I'll even take upgrades. Like I know we don't need too much, but just say, we could get a better number two corner than Riley Moss. Hey, we gotta do what we gotta do. I'm just saying.
Uh, yeah. Who
I'm
would
just
you
saying,
get?
bro. We in
I don't
that
know who the
position to
free
where
agents are right now. I haven't dived
we,
into it, but
yeah, we are we
uh,
are set. We are set where we're at, but ain't nothing wrong with upgrading either.
no, there's nothing wrong with upgrading. I feel
Yeah.
you on
So,
that.
who are the upcoming free
I feel
agents?
you on that. 100%.
Let's see who some of the upcoming free agents are,
I don't
bro.
know, man.
We
I know
got
Brees Hall's one of them. That's all I
we
keep on there.
no, you got George Pickens, Mike Evans, Brees Hall, Short Henderson. Well, he's a defensive end, so we probably want to touch him. But I'm interested in upgrading. Like I wouldn't mind adding to do like Khalil Mack part of rotation though for the pass rushers, or like even bringing in
Shit,
like a.
Von Miller said he wants to come back.
That's what I'm saying. Just as an alternate, or even like we could look at Travis Etienne Jr. Like you said, Brees Hall. You know what I mean? Like, and then you got Tariq Wood is going to be a free agent for Seattle. You know, I like his game a lot.
Yeah,
He's a
I
good
do too.
cornerback. So I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just throwing just hypotheticals out there. But yeah, I think we're gonna have one of my off seasons where I'm talking shit like, ha ha, I can't wait. Because what we do have to do too, you gotta upgrade and we gotta make sure we do get better because I feel like the Chiefs we don't know what's over Mahomes, but a lot of teams that wasn't right this year, they gonna be a little better next year, and we got to be that much better to defend the AFC. Was we didn't win it, but we won our AFC West, and we all say, well, I think we should have won the AFC, but we didn't. So, but we definitely got to retool us to be ready for that. The other teams trying to come back and get at us.
Yeah, no, I feel because I feel like Greenlaw will be better next year than he was this year.
Yeah.
Hufanga, he didn't get hurt, so I think he's gonna be
Oh,
good.
he was an outstanding pick. That was a
Um,
great pickup.
what is it? I just feel like I don't know, man. And you know what? One cornerback that I feel like that they don't get enough credit that I think he can turn really good is Abrams Drain, dog.
Oh yeah, Abrams James is good.
Like, but like I've been saying, if you don't sell a Singleton, please put LJ Skinner at middle linebacker, dog. I'm telling you, boy. I think he needs to get away from that safety position and get down to linebacker, bro. I'm just saying. I just like
Has
my
he
my
ever played
coach,
linebacker?
huh?
Has he ever played linebacker?
No, but me personally feel like my coach's eye sees him as a linebacker. I'm granted he's only probably like 220 at the most, but like I feel like he'll be a good linebacker. In my eyes, I see him. I'm like, oh, he's a good linebacker. Safety, I think I don't know, man. Safety, I feel like if he drops down and change positions, it might be best for him. But that's just kind of how I
What,
feel.
what's that
But
hybrid player for Arizona? What was his name?
which one?
Damn, he was like a hybrid linebacker safety type dude. Simmons. I know his last name was Simmons. I want to say.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't even know, but I think LJ is that person, man, because he's great on special teams. But I just feel like him at linebacker can do some things, man. But it sucks because you're behind Singleton and Greenlaw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it sucks.
And then
But
don't forget Strenard and Drew Sanders. I wonder if Drew Sanders they're gonna keep him. They're gonna let him come back.
man, that boy ain't played in a real game since he got. Has he ever played in a real game?
Since he got drafted, they probably gonna let him go.
That boy is more injury prone than J.K. Dobbins, dog.
But I want to go back to when we started this whole thing in the offseason. Just a lot of our predictions and a lot of our covers was like right on point about a lot of players and a lot of things happening this season. So that's some good shit right there because we call a lot of it. You
The
call it
only
the
thing we didn't
AFC
call
West.
was Ingram.
Yeah, and we're gonna figure that out, bro. We starting to open investigation on that shit all off season. I want to see what and why, what the fuck, and do they got plans to get this man to where he could take us? Because I just felt like if he was that, what we thought would happen, bro, our offense would have been so on fire, dude.
I think
Just
he
so
needed
on
to
fire.
play. He should have just played the Z wide receiver, dog.
Yeah, no,
But
you're
that's
right. You're right. They should have had him out. Yep, you're right. Because I just didn't like it. All the packages that Sean Payton have, a lot of those packages are just taking him off the field for like Troutman and them. Like, bro, come the fuck on. Or
right.
just like on some real shit, bro. A lot of them packages, like Ingram was coming out. He wasn't even on the field, bro. A lot of the time, like, bro, he's your best. He's one of the best. He might be honestly, like we talked about. We thought it was gonna be him and Sutton, and I thought
Right.
it would have been him over Sutton just after it was all said and done.
Right.
Explosive plays and yards. I'm because in my mind, I'm like, shit. We got Ingram from Jacksonville. Oh, he's healthy. It's a wrap, and he looked
Yeah.
healthy. And when he put number one on, when you wear one of them single digits, you gotta be that motherfucker. You gotta be that
Yeah.
mofo. I said, oh,
Yeah.
and he got number one.
Yeah.
Whoa! That shit
But
was
no,
like
we
you were watching
needed
the
him more.
game, but you
I
watching
feel
the
you.
Bronco games. Confused, bro. Like
Well,
confused.
and then you'll see not Atkins,
Yeah,
Troutman catch a ball like that should be Ingram, not
yeah,
him.
yeah. Not fucking chopping and acting. What the fuck, man?
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
I
what the
feel you,
French
man.
fry? What the French
We'll
fry?
see,
Yeah.
man. We'll see. We'll dive more into that, and I want to dive in more into the draft, Broncos draft stuff, not overall draft,
The
like
overall
just what
draft.
they.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Um, that's all the topics I got, man. That's all I
Yeah, that's
got.
it. That's it. All in all, it was a great season. Bronco country, be proud of yourself. Like we saying, it was a bowl away. And hopefully we got that same type of luck and we getting that same position next year and we do what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, man. So again, Mile High Mindset. We're not gonna have the every Friday pods like we normally do. Um, we're gonna have some here and there for big news for the Broncos, like the draft, leading up to the draft stuff. We're gonna be draft. Hopefully, we can do something for the draft. That's my plan. Uh, but nothing too crazy. You might see us on the Mile High Mindset maybe once or twice a month, maybe. But other than that, everybody got to tune in to Spin the Block every Sunday night. We're gonna do that every Sunday night, and we'll sprinkle some pods here and there. I want to do something for the All-Star game.
And we got
Next weekend.
and we got a new pod coming out soon too. So stay tuned. It's in the works.
That, and I'm still dropping locker room talk every Wednesday. So those two, and then we'll sprinkle in the Mile High Mindset uh when it comes to that stuff. I know there's a little dead period, but we got the draft, and after the draft and all that stuff, then we ramp up to OTAs and stuff like that. We will be back more, but maybe one or two throughout the months in the next couple months. But other than that, tune in to Side Talk Sports Network for Spin the Block every Sunday, and then Locker Room Talk every Wednesday as well. So, and then you'll still see us. We just less Broncos at this time until we get to the draft, and then onto the offseason like we did last year. But other than that, man, anything else?
Nope, that's all I got.
That's all you got. But yeah, so tomorrow noon, Side Talk Sports Network, Spin the Block with me, Stro, and Chauncey. We're gonna break down our Super Bowl predictions, our halftime prediction, maybe some what else?
Valentine Day ideas. No, it's just
we'll be here at noon tomorrow. What else? We'll break down player or Super Bowl props. I'll come out with the craziest props.
So prop out there
you can bet on. But yeah, other than that, man, it was a good 2025/6 season, man. AFC Championship. Unfortunate for us, we didn't have Bo Nix, and the snow came and messed it all up, though. But no, yeah, you'll still see us every week, at least. Well, me twice a week, Stro probably twice a week too. Knowing Stro, he'll jump on here and there, but other than that, we'll see y'all next time. Thanks for everybody that jumped on, especially from the X count. Yeah, man. Let's do this. All right,
till next year, baby.
Oh yeah, and Stro thinks I still owe him dinner. He did. I feel like we're even, but I'll still get him some dinner, dog.
How we even? How we even?
We had a dinner bet off of Tyler Shuck.
Bro, that wasn't a dinner bet. That was a bottle.
Oh, okay. Then I owe him dinner. He owes me a bottle. Then, all right, cool. I think he's lying about that, but it is what it is.
Bro, we got to record him.
We got to record it. So again, Maha Mindset. Again, you'll still catch us. We'll still drop some stuff on this pod, but we'll see you mostly on the Spin the Block, where we'll dive into more of the NBA All-Star game. Talk that stuff. Larry will tell his jokes. And again, ladies and gentlemen, Larry's still looking for a Valentine's Day date. Still got a week. Is it next week? Next weekend?
Hey, you don't even need application. I'm a temp service, baby. Just show up. You show up to work, baby.
You show up to work, and he'll get it done for you, dog. Again. Yeah, man. Again, likes and subscribe for us, man. We'll appreciate that, man. Bro. Oh yeah, and then I got it. I created. Well, I didn't create it. I already put the order in. We have some merch coming, dropping soon. Put the order in. Everything's legit. I just gotta wait for the orders now, man. And then everybody, you'll get the merch. And the shit is actually fly as shit, man. I dress fly, so I got it, man. It looks dope.
Wait to see it.
It's gonna look dope. The hats, shirts, and hoodies for now. I got some some little sweatsuit thing jumping on again here soon. So I guess we'll see with that. But yeah, again, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, all that. Do that thing for us, man. We're almost there. So to the next time, to
Peace.
the next time, we'll see y'all. Peace.